Looks like we up. We rolling. We ready. We back. My boy. We out here today, bro. On that one punch, bro. That next flow with that next set, bro. We with it again. As you already know what happens throughout the week, we cover all the main materials. And today, most likely, I will try, or if not tomorrow morning, we will get the prediction video out for 131, my boy. But for now, let's talk about these polls. Throughout the week, we address these polls, all these different questions that pertain either to the chapter or to some other topic. We do some other videos along the way. Check out our most recent, who can still beat Garou? The first video essay I've done in a long time, and people seem to enjoy it. Trying to get that to go to a few Ks, bro, a few Ks. So make sure you check that out on Facebook. Go to not only Facebook, but Twitter, Instagram. Just share that bitch in general, my nigga. Put a nigga on so we can blow up. But starting with that, make sure you check out the Patreon and the Discord link if you want to support us and talk to us and join us, join the family, join the shogunate. Check the description below. You can join the family. Let's get started with Mr. First, let's give props to the patrons. You know, you got Greenlight, Gooseman, Joseph, Inspector A. All boys out there supporting the family. Shout out to y'all boys. Let's check if y'all boys commented first. Let's see here. Creamy Sheep. Oh, what's good, nigga? Oh, yeah. First we got Spectre A. Spectre A says, Orochi over the rest. Not too controversial in opinion according to the polls. It seems like what you guys are unanimously agreeing upon. It looks like the polls are actually saying, in total right now, the best design so far is 108 Orochi. What can I do? What can I do? I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad at it. That bitch sound credible as fuck, bro. That bitch sound credible as fuck. But high key, there's some competitors in there. He also says, all of the Garou versus Orochi chapter was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. And Orochi's design is truly worthy of the one called the Monster King. Terrifying. Terrifying. After that, Psychos, you gay. You gay. Super duper credulous, bro. Like, them things, bitch. But it can't be a top 5 design, bro. It just can't, bro. It just can't, bro. All right, let's fly through these. Okay, it looks like that's about it for that side. Let me see if any of the patrons hopped on to the Discord real fast. And if not, we're just going to pummel through. Just going to roll through. We're just going to slide through. These are going to top off. Hey. All right, 2 seconds. Let me take this bitch right here. Make sure the stream riding. I think the stream riding. Yeah, the stream riding. There you go. I think. How the fuck don't I see it? I think we're good. Yeah. We Gucci Lou. We Gucci Lou. Let's get to the hero work then. All right, bet. So then, all right. So pretty much to start with the YouTube side, so Discord next side to comment. It says, Mr. Stinkles was good to you though, with that T to Abby. Mr. Stinkles says, Phoenix Man by far, my nigga. The credibility in your comment, big credibility, my boy, big. Especially his design right after Resurrected, my nigga, bro. That Resurrected Phoenix, bro, where he like this, bro, and you got the center eye, bro. You got the thing right in the box, and the good Phoenix name, bro. Only his hand. Hold on. Anyway, the guy was stuck in the costume of a dumb bird from a kid's show. Only his hands could exist his costume, or could exit his costume, excuse me. But after his transformation, his body has a humanoid form. His face is visible. It's almost like he has conquered the costume, my nigga. It's almost poetic, man. The costume now covers his body instead of engulfing him. It looks like an armor or a suit that someone has chosen to wear. He's no longer trapped. He's in control. Dang, I didn't even think about that, bro. Bro, I really didn't even think about that aspect right there. But high key though, the suit is talking to me thing contradicts that. But we can elaborate upon that later on. The costume now control. And I also get an angelic vibe from the wings. Thematically, it looks his resurrection was the will of a god, or a benediction, benediction from above. Benediction, bro. What the fuck is that, man? That's a whole new word, bro. I ain't never heard of benediction, bro. We out here expanding the vocabulary, my nigga, bro. Growing our addiction. Hold on, let me look at what that bitch means. Benediction. The utterance or bestowing of a blessing, especially at the end of a religious service. Bruh! Yo, I've been benedicting y'all niggas every day, bruh. Every day I'll be benedicting y'all niggas, bruh. Yo. Alright. But I guess that's technically what the yo-ho-ho would be. You know, at the end of the video, I'll bless your niggas with the yo-ho-ho. It could be that. Or maybe we do that. Maybe we have to come up with our own benediction. My nigga, hey, Mr. Stinkles. +1, bro. +1, bro, with the vocabulary, bro. Was the will of a god or a benediction from above. It's perfect for the whole rebirth thing. I don't think I'm overthinking this, because he later becomes half devil, half angel. Bruh, Loki, there you could be running with that theme, because when they did talk about there's themes to different creatures and different monsters and different things in general in the series, like Sairochi's current design right now, that whole like bug thing at the bottom of it, bug, it's really a brain cell thing or a prion, I believe is what Murata dubbed it. So he obviously is like thinking creatively to the farthest extent to implement, adjust, influence designs and things. So I wouldn't be surprised if this like demonic angelic appearance and like the journey of like his evolution may have something to do with that, especially at the end, bro, when like he came at the end of the chapter. I think it was like 100. No, I think it was like 99. At the beginning of 99, he came down from above, from the crater that the Emperor Nova had caused, man. And Child was at the bottom of the lake that he just fucking evaporated and shit. And he came down. It was like, looks like my transformation as the coronation, or my coronation as the blessing of the heavens. That's what he said. He came through like this. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. My nigga looked more rawer. That's a new word in the TO dictionary too, my nigga. More rawer than Dio himself, bro. Dio himself, bro. Good job on that, bro. Good job, bro. Lastly, bonus points in my eyes for being a good design that wasn't from the webcomic. Good shit. I fuck with it too, bro. Alright, my nigga Stinkles, bro. You in there, bro. What's good, William? He deserved a better defeat. Hey, bro. So? Damn, bro. Niggas are gonna come through and turn to some shit, bro. Leave Murata in his tickle bug alone. Donnie, damn. Oh, this is like Johnny Damn, but it's Donnie Damn. Sosa always had Johnny Damn in this shit, bro. Now we got Donnie Damn. Come through, bro. Come through. So Donnie Damn says, number 1, his first choice. Facts. He ranked him. I bet. He actually did his fucking job. He explained why he chose which one. Number 1, Phoenix Man. He has one of the most unique abilities and looks in the series. His ability takes advantage of the overcoming death power boost. The way he could switch between forms was beautiful, my nigga. It really was, bro. How he went from brilliance, bro, to prominence, bro. That nigga was balling. Like, oh, you trying to blast me, nigga? Prominence, nigga. Let me absorb that bitch, bro. Bro. And I felt like he was more human than monster. I also have reasons to believe he could survive a normal punch. I agree. Unless he got punched out his suit and get up with Orochi. don't think he'd get punched out of his suit. I think he would just die and then come back. If I'm having any audio issues, make sure you hit me up on Discord or whatever so I can see on the message thing. All right. Let's keep rolling. Number 2, Donnie Damn. He says, Orochi. Because although he's usually quiet, he's very intelligent, and trying to imagine his shape shifting in real life just seems like it'd be nothing but gnarly and grotesque until his final form. Yeah, it'd be nasty. It'd be like repulsive and scary, like not necessarily Eldrazi-esque, but like it'd be gross. It'd be deformed, it'd be horror-esque. For number 3, Garou. He says, because he's in this weird spot where I see people call him a villain and some call him an anti-hero, but he's definitely a villain. Not all villains are evil. Booty bandit bastards. His dialogue with any character has been satisfying. He would also make a great addition to the Fubuki group, and Garou is just someone without a stock drop. I don't get what that last sentence means exactly. He would also make a great addition to the new Fubuki group. Agreed. So, okay, here's just him becoming a hero. And Garou is just someone without a stock drop. I guess he's just trying to like categorize out of all characters between stock drops and not. He's just not one. So there's no reason why not to have him, I guess. If that's what you mean. I'm not sure though. Number 4, Genos. Unstoppable. This new look suits him too well. My nigga, it does, bro. He do look cock diesel as fuck, bro. He got them cannons everywhere, but bro. Genos would have did that thing to a few niggas. Number 5, you're trash. You're trash. Brave is cool as shit. Amazing, honestly, just not when compared to the design of the others. Especially Atomic Samurai, even though he's not up here. Oh, you about to put Atomic's design all the way up there? That bitch, okay. Dead. On to the old nigga Geist. He said, hey, why no Psychos option? Blasphemy. You already know how it be, bro. Shit. Alright, next we got Vitor Focasso. I don't even know how to fucking say that shit. I think that's a French C. I think you're supposed to like say like see through that bitch or like sunk, like just like 5 sunk. Fogasso. Vitor Fogasso. Vitor. Like, I don't know how to say that bitch, bro. That look French though. Or Portuguese. Alright, Ben, let's ride it. We got Vitor says, Phoenix Man, literally the coolest monster ever. Tell him twice, bro. Tell him twice, bro. Tell him twice. Also, ultra powerful. Big facts. I love when he came down from the sky and said, it seems my blessing as the coronation of the heavens. Woo! He looked like he was a god, bruh. Yo, Phoenix a god, or nigga? Tell him twice, dude. We in that bitch, dog. Alright, up next we got my nigga Hunter, bro. It's good, bro. Back again, my nigga. Hunter says, Orochi's design is insane, bro. Had to let old boy know, bro. Oh shit, I forgot the other E, bro. Here we go, bro. You know, creamy shit. It was good. Welcome back, my nigga. He says, Phoenix Man was amazing, but Orochi truly looked like a monster king. Damn, bro. So you saying that Orochi got it over Phoenix because damn, bro. Damn, bro. So if Orochi got him in strength and now design, what does Phoenix really have, bro, according to Sheev, bro? Damn. Well, let's give my nigga Jesse's 99. Alright, his list drops. Genos, current Garou, Phoenix Man, Orochi, and then Brave Giant. This nigga's hard for Genos. He gotta be hard for Genos. He's like this nigga there. Fuck Oketsu, man. Hold on. Let's see that niggas in the chat, right? That nigga in the chat. I was gonna say, bro. Alright. Next we got None. Was Gucci, bro. I don't think I seen your shit since like the last 2 polls. No, I think you missed a poll. Either way. None says for number 1, Garou is the simplest and most unique design. Most unique? Go home, bro. A man covered in a mess of scars, scabs, dirt, ash, burns, and rags. That sounds like a mind atomic right now. I don't know if that's unique, bro. All the others are cool and flashy, but they aren't unique. Yo, somebody shoot this nigga, bro. Somebody, how you gonna trash the rest of your picks, man? And your first pick, this nigga's trash, man. Somebody get this nigga none, bro. For number 2, he says, Genos is not a demon, but a dragon side. I fuck with the hype, bro. I fuck with it, bro. I think it says, a combination of fantasy and science. Alright. For number 3, my bad, bro. Somebody out there fucking with the fucking, what the fuck is that shit called? The fucking spinner thing? Where you make fucking shakes and, fuck the name of whatever the fuck it is. Fuck. For number 3, he says, Orochi is a combo of Spider-Man's mask, Doc Ock's arms, with a body made of multi-headed dragon. The Orochi of the Japanese legend. Not as perfect as Genos, but still amazing. This nigga's high as fuck. Number 4. Phoenix Man is a combo of Kill la Kill multi-eyed battle suit? I don't even want to read the rest of this shit, bro. You just called this nigga and you got a number 4. Hey, fuck none, bro. Hey, fuck that nigga, bro. For number 5, Brave is a mech. The first in One Punch Man, but still another mech. What the bro? Say some shit like that again, bitch. What the fuck? Oh. What the fuck is wrong with this nigga none, dog, bitch? Maori Gatelier or Gatelier? Gatelier? Amari? It's gotta be Gatelier. Or Gatelier. Whatever it is, bro. Phonetically spell that bitch, nigga. Alright, bet. My nigga says for number 5, Garou. Okay. His design is dope, but it's the simplest amongst the 5, if you ask me. That's what simplest should be. A negative trait. Not hype, like this nigga none said. But this nigga none is... Nigga, big gay. Big gay. Number 4, Genos. Again, super dope, but I'm used to him having a simpler design. The current one feels weird to me. I wouldn't describe the other ones as simple. I think you're overusing that now. Or maybe you're even using it out of context. Or maybe your original definition of simplest didn't match what I originally thought. But, like, I don't think his design was ever simple. He always looked cool. He's always had a badass cyborg type design. But this one does feel a little different. I've heard people, like, dub it Daedric. I know the exact definition of, like that aesthetic, but I fuck with it. Then we got number 3, Brave Giant. I have nothing to say. It's just a very cool design. So I like to hear. If you got nothing good to say, shut the fuck up and hype it up. And then we got Phoenix Man. I fucking love these monsters, so yeah. Cool monsters will always be at the top of my list. Big facts. And then Orochi. For me, Orochi is the coolest monster that has ever been created. It's a kaiju and a martial artist at the same time. For God's sake. And a dragon. Because you forgot that bit. And nigga a dragon too, right? Shit. My nigga Alonzo already comment, bro. You trying to comment twice, bro? Shit. Alright. Alonzo. Ahuna. Let's see these niggas in the chat, bro. This nigga probably in the chat, bro. You're learning new words and relearning old ones. Hey, shut the fuck up, bro. Hey, hey, nigga. He on some clowns, bro. He on some fucking clowns, bro. All right, we're get back to it, bro. Let's get back to it, bro. All right. So Alonzo Ahuna says, in no order, because they are all equally as fire. Big facts. Hold on. What you saying? Oh shit, what the fuck? Niggas is out here. Niggas is big crazy. Okay, my bad. Alright, man, let's ride. My fault. I apologize, bro. Niggas is tagging me in Discord. I thought it was some audio issues, but they were just tagging me for other shit. Alright, bet. Drive Night Gold. That first panel of him reminds me of MB Boros. Meteoric Burst Boros. And Meteoric Burst Boros is always my all-time favorite. Big facts. Big facts there, bro. It's like... It's crazy the amount of facts you managed to collect in one sentence. In one sentence, you managed to collect all them facts about Boros not only being the best of all time, but being your favorite. That's my nigga. That's a goddamn fact, bro. That's a goddamn fact, and it better be. That nigga was balling, bro. Especially, I'll even say this, man. Armored Boros low key look better than meteoric Boros. Hey, bro, that's it, nigga. You heard it here first, bro. You heard it here first, bro. You heard it here first. Armored Boros looks better than meteoric burst Boros. It's been said, and it's facts, bitch. It's facts. I'm sorry, dog. Ain't nothing I can really do about it. Psychos or psychos? Where the K at, nigga? Y'all should know why. Now you can't add psychos when you put psychos in there, bro. Why are you adding trash to this, bro? Did we add? No, psychos was in the bowl. Yeah. This nigga left out Garou for psychos. That's a no. That's a no. Hold on. Obo says, Genos, aesthetically, one of the best. His upgrades look like a Daedric version of the armament mode. He almost gives off a dark Yeah, you do give off a dark shine, low key, man. He really do give off a... Is it time? Should that be another video poll, or should that be like another video in general? Like, is it time to make a dark shine like a level of strength? Because we've seen what dark shine can't overcome. So that means his power has to be from that point below. It doesn't matter if he has to overcome or if it's just a mental issue. He didn't do it. He did not do it. He used all of his power. He said it. And he used two of his greatest attacks. He did it. Didn't overcome him. So we know what the minimum of having a dark shine is supposed to get you. And unfortunately, Garou has passed the dark shine. He has a dark shine indefinitely. So I guess describing someone as having a dark shine would be that like they have a power level similar to, if not greater than, dark shine. Tatsu obviously has a dark shine. King obviously has a dark shine. Darkshin himself obviously has a dark shine. Who else? So I guess the question would be, if I were to make the video topic, who else has a dark shine? The real question would be, who else can manhandle or body dark shine? Hop that in the comment section below. Comment that below, and if you want to do that as a poll, as a video, or whatever. But for Phoenix, a nigga says he looks like an angel in his ego mode, but then looks half demon in nature after you absorb the Nova. All his resurrected forms are top tier quality. My nigga, confirmed, man. Confirmed. Orochi chapter 108. In my opinion, not a lot of giant-sized characters have crazy details, and so much going on while its aesthetics are still fire. He's literally made of dragons, and without that makes it look so beastly when he coils up his dragons into a cannon and yo, that shit looks so bro. This shit was just like, and then he just blasted like top of, bruh. That bitch was cold as fuck, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That shit, he made that bitch so cold. Like, bro, I got these damn cannons on me, bro, but I'm gonna have to whip them around first to blast their ass. Hold on. So stand still, bitch. Dun! Like, bro, that's how you fire off on a nigga, bro. That's how you fire off on a nigga. Let's see. Okay. His previous form compared to his form is like Optimus Prime pre-Age of Extinction. Compared to him in the rest of the films, everything's there, but it's better, more refined, and the aesthetics are more flames. This nigga said more flames, flamer, flameist, increasing in flames, bitch. Hold up, bro. Let's see what these niggas have been seeing on the Discord side. Or if anybody's like commented on the Discord side yet. Nah, not yet. Come through. Alright, bet. Anybody comment on their comment yet so far? Hey, what's good, Alonzo? We're coming through, nigga. What's Gucci Lou, bro? Alright, let's get back to it so we can end this bitch. I'm trying to do a prediction video today, but if we take too long on this, I might not be able to do it. I got some shit to do after this. Fears in Camaro. What's good, bro? His list drops. Garou chapter 129. Orochi. Bet. Brave Giant. Did this nigga drop? This nigga dropped Genos for TTG. Bruh! Where they do that at, bro? You know what it is? This is one of them fanboys that flew out the window whenever the Drive Night hype train hit the stop in the track. But the nigga just flew out the window, bro. And then he was running back and just came and saw a pole on the way there. Oh shit, that's a pole? Oh, them niggas not talking about Drive Night. That's like this creditless ass nigga. That's what that nigga was doing, bro. That's what this nigga Fears the Camaro was doing, bro. This nigga creditless as fuck, bro. This nigga knows for a fact that Genos' body in Drive Night ain't a fade, bitch. So we gotta slander him in terms of design. And I'll give you that. I'll give you that, bro. TTG ain't no joke, bro. TTG ain't no joke. That bitch look clean, cute, sexy, bad, dirty, whatever you want to describe it as. Like, that was, you know, dang, bro. That was a slap on the left cheek and the right cheek jiggle, bitch. That's what that was, bro. That's... Picture that when they get like... you slapped the right cheek and the left one jiggle, like, oh, damn, bro. Reverberation. Like, that's quality right there, bro. That's quality right there, bro. That's also how Genos would spank Drive Night like that. Just... And then number one Phoenix, though. You already know how it is, bro. You already know how it is, bro. We in that bitch, bro. Up next we got... Hold on, is this nigga Fierce Camaro in the chat? Oh, this nigga not in the chat. Alright. Next we got Makek. Bro, these niggas... Okay. Number one, Orochi. Best design. Okay. The King of Monsters Orochi had such a cool design. There's no humanity left in it. He's like the embodiment of a monster. Snakes, horns of the devil, mouth of a kraken, dragons. His entire body is made out of monsters. I think that's why he looks so cool. I also really like his faceplate. It makes him look stoic and intimidating. Big facts, bro. Big facts, bro. That nigga looks like... Garou was tripping when he was like, you lack the fear factor. Fuck out of here, nigga. That nigga scary as hell, bro. Especially with them snakes and dragons like twirling around, slithering and shit. That's... I don't want that, bro. King of Irony, bro. Welcome back, bro. And I think that was actually Fears Camaro's first time commenting, bro. Welcome to the family, my nigga. All right, so King of Irony. Brave Giant design is made. All right, let's get this. Sigmog says that. Just you are a clown. A clown, my nigga. You're a clown. This nigga, bro. What the fuck? Actually, preferred the original design over the new design? This nigga smoking dicks. Over the new one, since it had a childlike design that felt unique to Child Emperor's character, like its other gadgets. This does too. This literally has all kinds of It's the miniature fucking ones. The miniature mechs. I forgot what show it is. Damn, bro. Forgot the name of it, but there's like smaller mechs that this is supposed to be somewhat of a play off of. Not an exact mimicking of the full scales Gundams. Just because they have a similar amount of curves and like badass angles to the armor and to the propulsion system doesn't mean that it's not childish still. Like half of the design are based off of like childish things. Like the Umali sticks, like that's a childish design. The fucking the protractor that he throws out from that's actually like a shield. That thing, the shield thing that comes up, the Delta Saber Blade, the actual protractor that comes up right there. The cannon on this, I don't know if this spelled out. The little like toy drones that he has coming out of his pocket, the little bag. He literally has a bag in his back too for the toy drones to be in. Like, come on, bro. This is like, you're a clown, Irony. The new design looks like a big generic mecha that could have been built by Metal Knight. Sure, it looks slightly cooler, but it lacks personality and loses overall distinctiveness. It lacks personality. What else looks like it? Because Metal Knight doesn't look like Brave Giant. They're nowhere near in size either. Brave Giant's huge. Do you really think that Metal Knight could have made Brave Giant? I don't see that. He makes drones. Sure, they're like humanoid fighting machines. Sure. Maybe there could be some comparison there. The only real difference is like one is manned is one is unmanned. Fine, sure. Maybe Metal Knight could produce it, but he hasn't yet. And Metal Knight isn't in competition for a Brave Giant. It's not. So maybe from far away, like using those weapons testing systems, maybe. But he's most likely going to tank that, and he's most likely going to be effectively hitting Metal Knight. But I don't want to do a Metal Knight versus Child Emperor fight right now because even though Brave Giant is going to win that, Metal Knight has a lot of potential, and there's a lot more suspicion as to why he would win. So I don't want to push that boundary yet, even though I'm still willing to push the boundary right now. The biggest argument for that, just to put it out there, would be intelligence versus intelligence. I don't have a reason to believe that. I don't have a reason to believe that. I don't have a reason to believe that Child Emperor is going to be able to manhandle. Manhandle is the wrong word. Surpass the intelligence that Metal Knight is most likely the one bestowing upon him. I believe I've read that he's like, somebody told me that he's his mentor or something like that. The genius aspect isn't coming from Metal Knight, but he's definitely guiding him, showing him, facilitating him ideals or methods to do things. That's what it seems like. Not necessarily. Matter of fact, no, I won't say that's what it seems like in the manga. That's just what I've been told. That's what the mentor aspect would lead you to believe. But as far as I can tell, all his designs and other things that he's been making are all childlike, and I have no reason to believe that they come from anybody else. Because Metal Knight's tech doesn't represent or doesn't like seem to be synonymous with the same things. Like drones, sure, but he has construction drones. That's really about it, and they do a certain task or purpose. Metal Knight has that one fighting drone. That's it. Well, Child Emperor has multiple drones, like the dogs in those, but they're like fighting ones. There's more similarities the more you talk about it. But the childlike design and the variety of the childlike design does lead more towards Child Emperor being more dependent, or just more independent in terms of his creations and his tech than being influenced by Metal Knight. So to rephrase that, I feel that Child Emperor is more creative with his tech and designs than his tech and designs have been influenced by Metal Knight. So the creativity is higher than the influence from Metal Knight. Much higher, I believe. If that were to be the case, they fought. That's why I would say that Brave Giant could win because as of yet, even though Meta Knight should be more intelligent, he hasn't shown tech to overcome the tech that Meta Knight that Child Emperor's come out with. Like I said before, the destructiveness of Meta Knight is up there. It's not the same as the Nova, but I don't. But it's an intermediate. I think it's a little bit. I think it's about the same or a little bit less, or quite a bit less than the Fist Strike, but it's more of a physical attack. Well, this one's more of explosions from a projectile. So it can be somewhat comparable to an extent. I don't know how you want to visualize it, especially because the meteor was coming at such speed and like the missiles were going at it and they hit on impact, exploding on impact, it seems, and like they cleared the sky. But several attacks have cleared the sky. Even that attack from Chose that Shiryu threw up or kicked up, that one cleared the sky. It more like cleared the clouds, and that in the Meta Knight attack made clouds in the explosion, but the meteor cleared through it quickly. It didn't really seem like the coloring. The coloring, well, there was the one that I recently read was the coloring with him. So the clouds all around where the meteor came after the impact with the missiles, it was like explosively, I don't know how to say it, like imbued, I guess. You could see like the fire and the smoke from the explosion still in the clouds, like that were giving way to the actual meteor coming down. So I don't know. I'm just trying to compare visually the destructiveness of the weapons test that Meta Knight had up against the meteor to the giant fist strike, because we know that weapons test does not surpass the Nova, but I'm not sure if it surpasses or even matches the fist strike. Regardless of that, it's still intermediate, and if he's able to launch that multiples of that, which I don't think he can, or he probably could have updated it to that, but we can't assume that yet. He only has that single attack. Maybe he can do variants of it, not all of them at the same time, but we'd have to talk about it. And maybe he did have more missiles. It's just that the missiles, no matter how strong they weren't going to be enough to stop the meteor. Maybe that's why he stopped his weapons test, which hypes up the meteor a lot more in terms of DC. Because weapons test by Meta Knight did nothing to it, just like it did for Outer Centipede. Or Meta Knight, that's what I meant. A weapons test from Meta Knight did nothing to it. And just like a weapons test from Meta Knight did nothing to Outer Centipede. But I'll get off that point. There are other characters that you could have put instead. Now he's still complaining. Fuck you, nigga. I'm not reading the rest of this shit, bro. Braven even top 10 designs this arc. Hey, fuck you, King of Irony. Hell nah. You fucked up, bro. Alright. Last two. Damn, bro. This nigga Sigmox dropped this shit, bro. This nigga, your boy dropped this shit too, bro. Alright, bet. For number 1, Chapter 108 Orochi. His original design seemed really messy and random, but fitting, of course, for his character. However, when I first saw him compact himself into that slim, agile-looking form, I was blown away. It's the exact type of character design that I like to see powerful enemies have. And I think Orochi balances it with the flames and monster heads perfectly. Number 2, Tactical Transformation Gold. TTG, my boy. This is not on the thing, bitch. This is not on the thing. Did I say random niggas? Credulous, dog. This form really reminded me of released Boros, who had the most impressive design in the series for a while. I also like the shine of his armor and his spiky gold hair. This nigga saying that TTG's looks better than Phoenix, man. You're crazy high as fuck. Again, sleek agile designs are my favorite because they maximize pose possibilities. Yeah! That's all it's about, bro. And this form has that. Honestly, I think Drive Knight's base form looks cooler, though, because it's so unique but simple at the same time. I won't count it, though, because his base form didn't debut in this arc. You shouldn't count Drive Knight in general, you fucking clown. Fucking clown, bruh. Number 3, Phoenix, man. Yeah. Let's see this nigga commented. Everything the niggas commented about. Let's see background when she was on a couple days. Yeah. Hey, shut your ass up, bro. Hey, what's up, Calhoun? What's Gucci, nigga? Alright, bet. Let's keep it pushing, bro. Hold on. I think my tune stopped for some reason. Nutty. Alright. Next he says flames and monster heads. Perfect. All right, your TTG. Hold up, bro. What the fuck? Did you cut off again, bro? Hold up, bro. What the fuck going on? There we go, dog. All right. I'm kind of bet. Phoenix Man. You're probably thinking Brilliant Eagle mode is what I'm referring to. But I actually think his Prominence Hawk mode looks better. Teletype's not Prominence, dude. Don't get me wrong. Brilliant Eagle is so badass. And it's right behind his mode in terms of design. But the Hawk mode, I think, just looks more badass. It's just as clean as a design. But all of these flames covering his body, making him look like a fire god or something. Yo! I remember in the, check out the One Punch Man Jeopardy videos. We did it like literally 8 to 9 months ago, bro. fucking Mo comes, not Mo, it was Spidey. Spidey comes through, he's like, I don't know what the guy's name was, it Flame God? Talking about Phoenix Man's Providence for oh, Flame God, Phoenix Man. Yo, type in the comment section if y'all remember that one. Oh shit. Next is D5. He says, samurais besides Atomic, you're a fucking clown. Are cool as hell. This nigga's I'm playing Man Chill. Nah, you a fucking clown, nigga. And robots are always cool in One Punch Man. So you put these two together and you get my boy G5. Alright. One of the coolest looking characters in the series. His design is sleek, yet somehow still jagged. And he looks like he's about to dine on turtle soup, if you know what I mean. I don't know what you mean, sir. Orochi. Everyone's on the Orochi train right now, it seems. And for good reason. Her design is just angelic and sleek as fuck. In chapter 130, when she had all those white strings coming out of her, that just made her look even cooler. I just don't like how her back has like some weird gill looking things on it. And that kind of knocks it down a bit. Audible mentioned to Hero Hunter Garou. His design is just too iconic. When you see him walking towards you, you know you're about to get your ass beat. I just didn't think I should include him in the main list because it's hard to say that he's really from the Monster Association arc. Alright. Yo, let me see this nigga having a conversation. Hey, yo, boy, you're next, though. Hey, glad and One Nation Grimm might not like my answer on the polls. LOL, you're a fucking clown, bruh. Alright. Next we got your boy. Your boy says, this top 5 was super hard to decide. Maybe even harder than the top 5 fights. But here it is. Also, I limited each spot on the list to one version of that character each. If I didn't do this, I'd basically just be a Phoenix Man on Orochi Designs list. Big thanks. Yeah. Number 5, Overgrown Rover, nigga. The Rover's design is definitely the simplest on this list. That doesn't mean his design is bad or even mediocre. By any regard. Less is more, as they say. And that definitely applies to Rover. The way his bright eyes and blasts contrast with the rest of his dark body really is a great touch without to implement it. And the way his fur looks much more sharp and jagged than the regular dog's really brings out the monster in his design, and is probably my favorite part of Rover's overall design. No, EC was very close to taking the number 5 spot, but Rover's blast just barely pushed him ahead. Okay. Number 4, Goketsu. In my opinion, Goketsu definitely has the best design of all the cadres. And only EC and Rover come remotely close. Everything about Goketsu's design really sells the idea of a martial artist monster to me. Especially his hair, clothes, and all the scars in his face. My favorite detail about Goketsu's design are his eyes. And I love the touch of how they can all move independently like a chameleon. Phoenix eyes can do that too, nigga. Yeah. But the best part of Goketsu is the sheer intimidation his design brings. Being one of the best in the series, and is trumped by only Orochi in this regard. I think that's more so because of how Munata was displaying him. He was supposed to be a towering, intimidating figure to the rest of the heroes. To the rest of the martial artists there, especially Shiryu. Number 3, Garou, specifically against Rover and Orochi. Being what is my favorite design for Garou, this design is damn near perfect for him at that point in his series, in my opinion. his tattered clothes, red eye, hair, and huge facial scar all complement each other incredibly well, and are all of them incredible details in their own right as well. Another thing I really like about Garou's clothes here are how they pretty much outline his muscles perfectly and really add a nice touch to his physique. Grimm about to call me gay here. Well, you already knew you was gay. I didn't have to call you that shit. You gay. It was very close between his design and design from chapter 129. But this one just barely. Okay. Yeah. I just like the one. I think it was 126, 125, 124, where he was walking up to after he smacked Pooty through the whole thing, man, and he was just out there like just cock diesel. They're like cock diesel, big Garou, bro. That's the one I like the best. Number 2, Orochi, specifically from chapter 92. Being easily the absolute scariest and most menacing design in all of One Punch Man, in my opinion. Not Saitama. Orochi's design here is definitely my favorite of all his different designs. While his final form's design is almost absolutely fantastic, it didn't really sell the idea of him being the terrifying Monster King as well as his second form did, and seemed much more similar to Boros and Phoenix Man's designs. His second form, on the other hand, sold him as the king of all monsters, absolutely perfectly. The way his arms separated into snakes and his jaw and heads to reveal many more jaws and some of the most ingenious design choices I've ever seen for a monster villain in any series. His horns were also a very nice touch on Murata's part, and further bring out the terror in the rest of Orochi's incredible design. Orochi is kind of scary. He is scary. He is scary. Orochi's scary. Dragons and snakes. Chill. Number 1. Brilliant Eagle, Phoenix Man. Bro, do I even gotta say why he's number 1 on this list? I'm sure I don't, but I will anyway. That's right, nigga. That's the whole purpose of this. That's the whole purpose of this shit, my nigga. Imagine if this nigga left the number 1 spot off the list, bro. This fucking clown. Phoenix Man design has such a beautiful, yet still very intimidating elegance to it that hasn't been replicated or even come close to by any other character in the series. While Orochi may be scarier than Phoenix, he just doesn't have the same sort of undeniable style and elegance that Phoenix does. The only character I can say maybe beats Phoenix in design is Boros, but he has some of the best designs I've seen for any character. Speaking of Boros, Phoenix Man's design takes some inspiration from his by having a few eyes on his chest of his own. But at the same time, Phoenix does this in a way that makes this indistinguishably, can you say that shit right there? His own. I could keep going on and on about how amazing Phoenix Man design is, but I'm sure you get the point. Big facts, bro. Big facts. Thanks a lot, mate. I really appreciate your positive feed. Now. Alright, Bill, let's go to the Discord side, bro. I think there's only 2 in there. Let me see our bet. We gotta fix the fucking display on Discord for y'all. Or hold on. On the OBS for y'all boys so y'all can see it too, bet. I thought. There we go. Alright, bet. Let's take care of these last few right here. And end this video off, bro. So I can do this prediction video real fast, and the y'all niggas gonna be good to go. Set for the chapter tomorrow. Hopefully, that's what niggas are saying. In the pro. Apparently, Murata did come out, or niggas are saying that he's gonna follow the rubric of the time scale. So let's see. Up next, we got McDude72. What's Gucci, bro? Long-time member of the Shogun. Make sure you guys check out the Discord link in the description if you want to come in here. We have a bunch of different tech channels, as you can see. A bunch of different people here active or on other panels or doing all kinds of shit or whatever. So we talk about anything, all these different types of shit here, all this different kind of stuff. So if you want to come through, support, and just chat about One Punch Man in general, just like, you already know what it is, bro. Niggas just being here all day long and shit, just rolling, booling, doodling, cooling, doing everything, bro. So slide through. But in the meantime, McDude says, Orochi up until this point had the most complex design, with a lot of recognizable pieces that gave him an identity. Even when he would take himself apart to make a Cthulhu-esque riding mask or bring himself together into a humanoid form, he would always have particular elements that made him recognizable and stand out. Okay. A creepy fuck mask, horns that made up a crown, his cape, the dragons, snakes, dinosaurs that made up his body. These things stayed consistent up until he got punched by Saitama. His multitude of abilities, his skills, his power, and his design all worked well together to make the audience buy into him as the king of monsters. Hashtag King Engine, nigga. Tell him fucking twice. Nigga, I forgot about the King Engine, nigga. Hey, drop them King Engines, bro. From now on, we're dropping them King Engines, nigga. Hey, hashtag King Engine, bro. That's my nigga McDude, bro. Alright, bet. Next, we got One Nation. This creditless ass nigga, bro. Nigga, One Nation says, for number one, Orochi, no need to say why. This is literally what your boy was saying. You're creditless as fuck. One Nation. You creditless as fuck, boy. Then for number two, One Nation says, Phoenix Man gotta give respect to those fire designs he got. Tell him twice, bro. For number three says, I know he's not on the poll, but my man, Evil Natural Water, you're gay. Y'all niggas out here y'all trying to support other niggas that didn't even make it to the top 5, bro. Like, oh, he's my baby daddy. He's my sugar daddy. He be hitting me good as fuck. I gotta put him in the polls. Y'all gay. I just love how Moneta draws water. Like, how can you make water terrifying and fire at the same time? But that's... You're right. The nigga, bro, that panel with Neon was right there, bro. And then the water, half the panel was like, or no, less than half was like even out your water right there, bro. And Murat drew that nigga like a fucking god, bro. Like fucking painted the nigga in the panel, bro. And you got Neon and them boys out there fading the big ass water, like, bro. When even after water gave through, bro, I was like, damn, bro. Would have added Brave, but y'all already know I love his design. No, they don't. Fucking clown. Number 4, Geno's. Boy, those arms look like EC in the multi-cannons. My nigga, if we find out that he got EC armor, bro, he wanna be a tank. Number 5, Garou, cause it's Garou. Man got his new design. Looks like a true monster. Big facts, bro. And this nigga, the Golden Smurf, was Gucci, nigga. The fuck is this, bro? This nigga says, Chapter 108 Orochi in first. I fucking hate his Chapter 108 face. 108, that's the fight, yeah, that's a fade. That shit looks badass, nigga. That panel where just like his head or whatever, and like somebody colored it blue, bro. Somebody colored in, yo, Orochi hair blue, bro. That nigga looked like he was dreaded up, bro. That nigga was darling, bro. Alright though. But that locks it in. Like I told y'all, I gotta get other shit done. I wanna actually try to drop this prediction video. If I don't, then it is what it is, bro. But this nigga stupid free shirts. How's nobody gonna talk about Rhino Wrestling design? You're a clown, bro. Alright. I'm gonna see y'all boys in the next one, bro. You know what's coming out tomorrow? That chapter's coming out tomorrow, so it should be some fire ass shit. We're expecting a lot more. Honestly, I don't know what I'm expecting. I'll tell you what I'm expecting soon. Yo ho ho!